Deep in the country, there's a quiet that's alive, crickets, wind, and the glow of stars overhead. This is the America of hard work and simple values, where community is built on trust. But that quiet is changing. In some places, it's become the silence of empty storefronts and hollowed homes. I've seen the pride in rural America, the rolling hills, the open plains, the people who keep things running. But I've also seen the slow decay hollowing out small towns. It's a quiet collapse, one closed business, one empty school, one departing family at a time. Think of the classic small town, the town square, the local diner, the Friday night football game. Those lights once brought everyone together. Now they're flickering. The bleachers aren't as full. The glow is fading, and with it, a piece of the American soul. This isn't about statistics. It's about people. It's about the feeling of driving through a place that feels forgotten. Families face tough choices: stay in the only home they've known or leave for a better future. This is the reality for millions in remote corners of the country. Their story is our story. It's a part of who we are as a nation, and it's a part we can't afford to lose. The fading lights are a warning and a call to remember what matters. Walk with me down Main Street in a town that's seen better days. Your footsteps echo. Where there should be life, there's emptiness. Storefronts with peeling paint and dusty windows tell stories of what used to be. The hardware store, the old movie theater, the diner, each one closed, each one a memory. The theater's marquee is missing letters. A faded poster still clings to the glass. The diner's closed sign hangs crookedly, red vinyl booths and chrome stools frozen in time. This was the town's living room where farmers gathered, kids went on dates, and deals were made over coffee. Now the coffee pot is cold, the grill silent. Every empty building is a closed chapter. A dream ended, a family moved away. As you walk, you see more: the shoe store, the bakery, the grocery. Each closed door is a small wound. Enough wounds, and the whole town starts to bleed out. It's a slow, painful process, happening in plain sight, yet so many never see it. These empty buildings aren't just lost businesses, they're lost connections. They're reminders of what once made these towns thrive, and what's at stake if we let them fade away. Main Street is more than a place, it's the heart of a community. It's not just businesses disappearing, it's homes. On quiet streets, well-kept houses stand beside empty ones, their paint peeling, yards overgrown. A broken window stares blankly at the street. A sagging porch remembers laughter now gone. You can almost hear the echoes of families, kids playing, screen doors slamming, life unfolding. Now, only silence and the ghosts of memories remain. Farms, once the community's lifeblood, are vanishing too. Abandoned farmhouses, barns collapsing, rusted tractors, monuments to a fading way of life. Each empty house and farm is a symbol of a family forced to leave. They didn't want to go, their roots ran deep. But jobs left, opportunities dried up, and they had to move on. They left pieces of themselves behind in empty rooms and fallow fields. The town is left with holes that can't easily be filled. These aren't just empty buildings. They're the remains of dreams. Every abandoned home is a story of loss, and every loss leaves the community a little more hollow. The ghosts linger, reminding us what's at stake. The heartache is real, and it's everywhere. Rural America is haunted by what's been left behind. Meet Frank, late 60s, hands tough from a lifetime of fixing engines. He owns the last auto shop in town. "My dad started this shop, I took it over. My son's an accountant in the city. Can't blame him. There's nothing for him here." Frank stays because this is home. His friends, his history, they're here. He'll keep the doors open as long as he can. He's not just fixing cars, he's holding the town together. Then there's Sarah, a young teacher who came back after college. Most of her friends left for more excitement, more opportunity. She stays for her students, hoping to give them the same sense of community she had. But every year, the school gets smaller. She wonders how long it can last. The decision to leave is never easy. Mark and Jessica, a young couple, are packing up a U-Haul. Both born and raised here, their parents still nearby. "We tried," Mark says. "I had a job at the plant, but it closed. I've been commuting an hour each way. We just can't get ahead." Jessica adds, "We want our daughter to have more options. We have to think about her future." They're leaving their past behind for hope, and it breaks their hearts. These stories are everywhere in rural America. Stories of loyalty and loss, hope and hardship. The people who stay are resilient, proud, and deeply rooted. The people who leave aren't abandoning their hometowns. They're making a painful sacrifice for their families. Both choices are hard, both shaped by love and necessity. The quiet crisis reshapes the landscape, one family at a time. Every departure is a loss. Every act of staying is an act of courage. The future of these towns hangs in the balance. It's not just about economics, it's about identity. The struggle to stay or go is the story of rural America today. It's a story of heart, hope, and hard decisions, and it's unfolding in towns across the country. The question remains, who will stay and who will go? And what will be left behind? The answer will define the next chapter of rural America. For now, the struggle continues. The lights may be fading, but the spirit endures, and that spirit is worth fighting for. For most, rural America is just a blur from the highway, exit signs, gas stations, a quick stop before moving on. The towns themselves, they stay a mystery. But take the scenic route and you'll see the truth. Empty streets, closed shops, and a sense of history mixed with loss. The old brick buildings have character, but also emptiness. Stop at the one open diner and you'll find locals, friendly but weary. You're an outsider in a place that doesn't see many new faces. Conversations are about weather, crops, or someone who's sick. It's a glimpse into a world that's both foreign and deeply American. These towns are more than photo ops. They're living places, even if they're struggling. They're home to proud, resilient people. Look past the decay and you'll see humanity and endurance. Progress for some means loss for others. And that's a story worth slowing down for. What's causing this slow collapse? It's not just one thing, it's 1,000 threads unraveling at once. Jobs were the backbone, factories, mines, mills. When they closed, the heart of the town was ripped out. The jobs disappeared overnight and nothing replaced them. People with skills built over decades found themselves suddenly unemployed. The economic foundation crumbled and the aftershocks are still felt today. Without jobs, opportunities vanish. Young people see a bleak future. Low-wage service jobs can't support a family, so they face a choice. Stay and struggle, or leave for a better life. Every year, the brightest leave for the cities and don't come back. This brain drain is devastating. Schools shrink, the tax base erodes, and leadership disappears. The town grows older, the quilt frays, the cycle is hard to break. The loss isn't just economic, it's cultural, generational. The unraveling continues, thread by thread, and the fabric of rural America grows thinner. When a town loses its young people, it loses its future, its energy, innovation, and hope. Kids grow up in close-knit communities, but as teens, they see the limits. One movie theater, few places to hang out, and the world outside looks more exciting. They leave for college or the military, discover new opportunities, and cities offer what their hometowns can't. Coming home, the quiet feels like boredom, the familiarity a trap. Not returning is practical. There are no jobs for software engineers or designers in a town of 500. The jobs that built these towns aren't the jobs of today. So young people follow opportunity, not out of disloyalty, but necessity. The town grows older, schools consolidate, churches fill with gray hair. Those who remain are deeply rooted or already retired. Family gatherings become rare, the town a place to visit, not live. With every young person who leaves, the town's pulse weakens. The cycle is hard to break. The loss is more than numbers. It's the loss of dreams and potential. The future dims with every departure. But the story isn't over yet. There's still hope in those who stay. It's easy to see only decay, but that would be a mistake. In the midst of hardship, you find resilience, people refusing to let their town die. Some towns restore old buildings, turn Main Street into a historic district, and attract tourists. Festivals celebrate heritage, turning the past into an asset. Others embrace the digital age, investing in high-speed internet to attract remote workers. Newcomers bring life, ideas, and children to local schools. Local pride matters. Shopping at the hardware store, eating at the diner, starting community projects. Small acts add up, cleaning a park, painting a mural, planting a garden. These efforts send a message: we are still here, we care about this place, and we're not giving up. Hope grows, even in hardened soil. The survival of these towns won't come from outside. It comes from the people who live there. It's the farmer helping a neighbor, the teacher staying late, the volunteer firefighter answering the call. In hard times, community bonds grow stronger. Kindness becomes currency, a helping hand worth more than gold. This is rural America's secret weapon, a genuine sense of belonging. Their well-being is tied to their neighbors. For outsiders, the lesson is empathy. These aren't failing towns, but communities facing immense challenges with dignity. Their struggle reflects the changes sweeping our country. We can't afford to look away. Some towns may not survive, but many will adapt and endure. The spirit that built them is still there, in determination, love for the land, and hope for a better day. The heart of America beats in its small towns, and that's something worth fighting for.